Since childhood, showcasing my LEGO Star Wars collection has been one of my cherished traditions. I've always had some sort of display, but more on what I've kind of had in the past and a little bit. I've maintained some pretty decent, captivating displays. Some of them, were just boards placed on top of stacks of things. And I used to pretend that they were big starships, like Venator, where I had my Jedi Starfighters and my ARC 170. Actually, I never owned an ARC 170, but you get it, Y-Wings and early clone vehicles. And I'd have my ground forces and my gunships load up and go to the ground to where I have a base set up. Stuff like that. That is what I used to do, and that was very special to me. But I want you to join me as I take a tour on everything in this room, not just you see me like this, but you're going to see this entire room, what I have in here, the different projects I have going on, where I have everything, and how I have it set up. Because a lot has changed in the last year since you last saw the last one, which was sometime in December of 2022, which was last year. Because this room has made so many iterations. Just a year ago, it had little Amazon shelves with some furniture bookends kind of thing going on. And I ditched all that for some plywood shelves late last year. And over the year, I have upgraded and painted, and now it has some lights. There you go. And this beautiful looking display. But you don't want to hear me talk about it. You want to see it. One of my iterations was I had some old scrap wood that I put on milk crates, and I had like layers of that, and I had a base that could tuck underneath, which was really nice to have something like that. I could pull it out. It was a mock. I always had something going. It would slide underneath the shelves, and then everything else, I had vehicles and everything displayed all around. I had my pirate ships, and I had all kinds of jeeps, but it was mostly Star Wars. I had X-Wing fighters and all of that. And we're going to go over everything that I have built behind me and what I kind of hope to do with this display. Let's go. First up is this display. It has nothing in it. I had plans to put some of my more ground display pieces, as I like to call it, like probably nothing Star Wars related, but like I've got some Lord of the Rings, and I'm trying to think if I have anything else that I have some Harry Potter that I had intended to go in there, but I only have the one glass shelf. And for this shelf to get extra glass shelves in this case would cost about as much as an IKEA shelf. So my plan is to put this on the street for free, see if anyone wants it, and upgrade it to something like an IKEA shelf or something like that, where I can have a dust-free collection for things that I wouldn't use on a very often. Like I'm 30, I still play with my Legos. I'm not afraid to admit that. While we're here, because on the floor here, we get nice and low for you. We have a Republic fighter tank and then a base plate with a bunch of fallen over clones. This is supposed to make my clone army video. I've had set up, and of course I have dropped things on it, stepped on it, and walked over my clones. I really shouldn't be, because I keep on moving it and intending on making a clone army video that keeps on not getting made. So stay tuned and make sure you're subscribed for that, because it is coming at some point. And then we're going to start over this corner, box of parts, and underneath that box there's more parts that need to be sorted. If you watched my latest video, which was all about sorting. We're going to move on to this closet here. I hooked up some lights, but they are not working. So we have a stack of boxes, which is mostly just the Venator, and then I have the Batmobile tumbler and this is my backlog, and not a backlog like most YouTubers, a backlog of sets that I've built, either on lives or just in general, that I want to review and haven't. And it's a bit of a mess. I kind of think I want to move it out into the open so that it's not out of sight, out of mind, or maybe have more access to it. And then these boxes, I haven't decided, and I'm not deciding what to do with them until my Venator is built, because I want to put the Venator box on my main shelves. Right up there, and somewhere up there is going to be probably where the Venator is going to go. Somewhere central, but right now, so it's because I have been building it every week and making little bits of progress. Here it is, and like the back side of this just looks gorgeous. And I know people said that the Venator has sagging engines, but mine just does not. And like I do have some breaking pieces that you're not going to be able to see down here. And we're going to just do this flyover. This is just gorgeous. I'm so happy with this purchase. Venator was worth every penny. And, you know, Rex might be coming in a cheaper Y-Wing, but I am happy with this regardless. I really am. But, you know, top shelf is going to be boxes and Venator. And then this shelf is, I'm still deciding kind of what to do with it, but it's trying to be OG trilogy mostly. So anything that kind of takes place during that OG trilogy, like this is the clone ATTE that Rex and the gang use in season 2 of Rebels, and Lego made a set. I bought it without the minifigures, so I am missing those, but still a very cool set that I love having on display. Yes, the rusty leg is in the wrong spot. And then 2 Millennium Falcons, we have the Force Awakens, and then the Rise of Skywalker one. We have Anakin's Jedi Starfighter in the 2020 version, and a couple of Poe's X-Wings, which I know are sequel, not OG, and a Rogue One AT-ST that fell once, and I haven't fixed. And then we have the U-Wing back there. Moving on to the main attraction, which is this shelf. Starting in this corner. So we have back in the corner, we have a homing spider droid. It's different from your regular standard spider droid. Of course, the weapons are facing towards the wall. My bad on that one. And then we have the Separatist shuttle from 2009. The 2009 AAT. You'll notice a pattern. We have 2 snail droids, or Corporate Alliance tank droids. One from 2009, one from 2013. Both excellent sets. Half of a Count Dooku speeder that I built from instructions from Lego with parts of my own. And then we have the more modern Obi-Wan Kenobi starfighter. We have the Mandalore throne, and I have Blue Milk Luke, and some clones. And this is where I want to do something more with these and not just have these like so lined up. Like, I want there to be action here. So I've thought about getting some stands to, number one, give me more space, but I could put my flying vehicles on. My land vehicles could be in a skirmish, whatever. But we have the AT, I've forgotten which is. Comment below what this vehicle back here is, because it's an AT something from Revenge of the Sith that I very much like. Then we have a 2009 right here, ATT, the modern one, the 2020, right next to it. And then we have some of the 501st builds as well from various battle packs. We have a Thrawn minifigure because I'm just not sure what to do with him. I want to get a minifigure display as well. Maybe I'll put that like underneath a Venator and put some Star Wars minifigures. I also want one for my Marvel, but more on that in a little bit. We have an upgraded Commander Fox, because Commander Fox was just really badly done. Then we have our guns. We have the smaller 7535354 from this year, 2023. The Coruscant Guard coloring. And then next we have the 2008 with Tri-Droid windows, which I'll be needing for my project of putting back my Tri-Droid. Moving on, more clones on the ground, because they just don't stand up on the shelves very well. And 2 of the old battle droids. I don't have the new ones yet. I don't have that set, but I'm very excited to be picking up 75372 to get and build up that super battle droids. We have the Justifier, actually under arguably a really great set, and I personally love it. I've got all the minifigures to the set on top. Just makes sense to me. We have the Bad Batch shuttle. Things down here have gotten kind of cramped, and this is trying to be, so we're moving from like prequel into like Mandalorian, and I don't really know why, other than because I'm like, well, the Mandalorian ship back there with the Commarch class starfighter with a Slave One right next to it. And I thought that appeared both in Clone Wars and Mandalorian, so that made sense. And it's just kind of why I did that. It's definitely gotten some of that. Moving on, we got more Mandalorian with his N1 there, and then the Razor Crest RIP. And then in the back we have some little builds like the Tusken Raider tent, and then the Marauder. Moving on, this area is not supposed to be a junk pile, but it has become that. This has my Lord of the Rings in this corner. We got Baggin, the Brickheads, Erebor, and the Door to Moria. Some others, we got some CMFs down here for Marvel with Moon Knight, She-Hulk, and then we have some Guardians of the Galaxy here with the Benatar to Thanos in the back, dueling it off. For whatever reason, I don't know, I just set that up. And then some Hulk Buster, and then my custom build of the Squirrel Buster using some official parts and stickers. It is not an official set, but I might submit it to Lego Ideas and try to make it a set. We have a Shield Jet, the Chari Chariot from 2010. We have some more Star Wars down here. We have a set of clones, they're custom. Now we have a 332nd with macro binoculars, Bucky, more of my macro binoculars that I sharpied, and then the newest Marvel set that I added to my collection is this New Guardian ship, technically is what it's called, or the Bowie. I think I forgot to mention the older Quinjet, which is heavily modified in the back, and some more clones. Now, this corner is not supposed to be full of bins and all of that. I just haven't finished my plan for this corner. Oh, there's the May 4th Death Star 2. My plan for this corner is to have some mocks. I want to get my base plates out and start putting together some nice builds that could really go well with it and really work in this corner. Now, I don't know how many can go wide. I think I can go 2 wide, but I want to start doing some mock building in the future. And then down along the bottom here, nothing super interesting, but this is my sorted parts. That's just the start of it, and then I got a bin full of sets and parts to be sorted or built. And I'm working on another Commerce class set as well here, and then more parts and such. And that is the room tour. Hope you can see this. This is my new merch. Make sure to check it out down in the description. I will have a link for you that you can go. There's lots of options, some not even related to my brand, just because I could make it. Like pickleball paddles if you're into that. If you want to pick up pickleball paddles with my logo on it, you can. That's going to do it though, so don't forget to show your support by liking this video. If you're new here, subscribe down below and join our tight little community. And other ways you can support me is by checking out the links in the description, including Amazon and Buy Me a Coffee. And I'll see you in the very next video.